Well, hello everybody and welcome to day 3 of our VMT birthday celebration series. This is the spectacular success story spectacular. It gets an extra spectacular today apparently. This is the 3rd day of our awesome celebrations. I'm so delighted to see you here and thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't joined us on one of these shows yet, you are in for a treat. All this week we are celebrating Vibrant Music Teaching, that's my membership site. We're celebrating our 3rd birthday. And Vibrant Music Teaching, okay, she's a bit of a diva. She wants a whole week, 5 days, a working week. She's not happy with one day. It's not good enough for her. But here's where she's nice. She doesn't ask for presents. She gives you presents. So yes, we'll be sharing some prizes today. We'll be sharing some fun ideas from teachers. And we'll be doing some games. Does that sound good? Alright. Are we ready? Let's do this. Whoa, I just scrolled down through the comments and I thought it had stopped at the point I was at, and I had that moment where I scrolled down and went, oh my gosh, there's so many more people here than I thought. Hello to you all, Ellie and C Frost. I'm thinking that's Caroline, correct me if I'm wrong. I have to go by YouTube names here. Kelly, great to see you here. Cindy, Claire, Lori, Kelly, sorry, that's Kelly, same Kelly. Joanna, Jenny, Eloise, great to see you. Jenny, Stephanie. Oh my gosh. Hi to you all. It's awesome to have you here. I got Caroline's name right. Yes, we're winning today. It's Wednesday. It's wonderful Wednesday. Forget about hump day. It's wonderful Wednesday, okay? It is the middle of our Vibrant Music Teaching birthday celebration week, and I'm just thrilled to be back with you again. And you may have seen, if you watched a bit of the countdown, that I have my pom-poms out today. So we're in extra celebration mode. That's your extra surprise for today. Now the surprise I revealed yesterday, which we hadn't done previously, was that I picked an extra person out from the chat for an extra prize. And I'm going to do that again today. So here is how you can win one of the prizes. You can either share a success story with the hashtag Success Story Spectacular on Instagram or Facebook. Instagram isn't getting much love, guys, by the way. Everyone's sharing on Facebook. That's fine. But if you are an Instagram fan, I actually prefer Instagram in a lot of ways. If you are, then make sure to share your success over there, because I would love to see them there too, and accompanied by a photo is always fun. So all you have to do to be entered into that drawing is share a success story. You don't have to be live when I do the drawing. I will attempt to get in touch with you through one of those social media channels, or if you're a member of VMT, directly to your email address, because I'll have it. But there's another way to win, and that's by showing up live. So that's where you guys who are watching live right now are in luck. You can also be in with a shout of winning a prize by just commenting meaningful stuff. So don't just comment a bunch of times like, yeah, oh, yeah. I won't pick those comments. I will pick something more substantial. So at the end, we'll do the 2 prize drawings. One will be a previously shared success story from Facebook or Instagram. And one will be from the comments, and I'll just scroll up and down randomly in the comments, and then I will pick the closest substantial comment from there. Does that sound good? So we've had 3 winners so far this week. All of their prizes are already on the way. Isn't that magical? They're already being printed and put together by little pixie elves. No, by well-paid workers. And they're going to be shipped to those prize winners. So you could be in with a shout of winning one too. Now, what are the prizes, I hear you ask? If it's your first time joining us, the prizes are coming from our new swag store. So let me show you. We've got 5 items to choose from. We have the Coral Music Should Be Vibrant tee, which is vibrant in itself and the text is white. We have the Charcoal tee, which is by far already the best seller. I mean, the swag store is just getting started. It was just launched this week, but the charcoal tee is definitely the most popular item so far, and I know that my husband will take all the credit for that because he modeled it on my Instagram / Facebook. So he's going to be really chuffed that he managed to sell that tee to you all with his fantastic modeling skills. We also have 3 different mugs. One of them is magical black magic style, where when you heat it up, it reveals the message, and then 2 of them are just the VMT classic style. So you get to choose one of those if you win. So one more time, just to review very quickly. If you want to be in with a shout of winning, share your success story if you haven't already done that on Facebook or Instagram with the hashtag Success Story Spectacular, and comment stuff today on the show, because then I'll choose someone from the chat as well. Does that sound good? Any questions, you guys can just let me know. Joanna had a great comment there. Getting kids to do silly things to music always gets the giggles going. I like to play high notes, get them to stand up, low notes, get them to crouch, and then play up and down and up and down. Yes! Boop, 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 right? So much fun. So that is our theme today. It's silly fun little things. It's actually a bit of a slash theme. It's performances slash other stuff that make your students excited to come. So without, outside of games, these are other creative ideas that make lessons fun and engaging for students. So we have a different theme each day. And in these themes, we share little clips from some of our members that I've been interviewing the last few weeks. So it's been really fun to share these with you so far. I think you guys have been really enjoying them. It seems like you are, and learning a lot from them too. This series, by the way, if you're new to the YouTube channel, this series is a bit unusual in that my goal is not that you learn something very specific here, as it would be in one of my tutorial videos. These are just about having fun, because I decided that we all needed a music teacher self-appreciation week, because we're all doing so well, and 2020 has been throwing everything at us, and we're still going strong, and our community is more bonded than ever, which I love. So are we ready to hear from some members? I think so. We're going to start with 3 clips in a row, so I'm not going to be back for a moment. Don't freak out. I will come back after that. We're going to have a clip from Megan and Janelle and Kate, all about recitals. So 3 different perspectives on how they ran recitals during online lessons, or how they're planning to, and I think you're really going to enjoy them. We'll start with Megan.
I ended up hiring somebody for my recital videos that I put together, and I did not do it live. My kids loved having the opportunity to record as many times as they wanted and have that pressure removed, and that's something that I'll probably continue doing at least once, on top of live performances where they're possible. But I loved that, and to have that to keep, and something that they are like really behind. And some of the videos were so creative. I had a kid where he was like on a like rocking horse, like sitting at the piano like while he was playing, and a cape and like a knight's helmet.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Felt like you.
Okay. And that was, I think, about that point was when you started to do a couple of the webinars about online recitals. And we had one scheduled for the beginning of May, and I had already sent out an email and said, we're not doing that. It's not going to happen. We're not doing it online. It was just too much. Like, that was, I think, in my panic of, I don't even know how to do this, and I don't have the capacity to add that on. And then I watched a webinar from you, and I think Tim Topham had one about the same time, and I thought, we can do this online thing. We can probably do this. And I talked with a couple families, and they were on board with it. So we decided to do that. We made the decision, I think, in the beginning of May, and we had it at the end of May. It was just like a 3 to 4 week turnaround. It was quick. I was like, if we're going to do this, it's going to be before summer. It's going to be quick. And we did it. We used Ecamm Live, and we did a YouTube live broadcast with Ecamm Live. And I had all the students submit their recital pieces to me before. And our theme was our favorites. And I just let them pick what their favorite song was, and let them pick 1 or 2 songs. And they recorded it. And they loved it. They thought that was fun. They thought it was great to keep recording it until they got one that they liked. Most of the students, some of the parents were like, okay, that's enough. But the students liked that they could really give their best.
I haven't yet had a recital, and we're actually coming up. We're going to have an online, I'm calling it a jam, on a Saturday morning in October. Just like everybody pile in, singers sing, writers read, piano players, harpers, everybody just in like kind of like a Kaylee, really.
Yeah.
The Kaylee model is so precious to me. So like everybody will jump in. So I'll have to figure out how to do that. But I know there's resources in VMT, and there's definitely resources in the Facebook group, and people have been doing this. So I will figure it out.
I thought it was great to end on that note from Kate, which is just, I will figure it out. Right? So if you're in Kate's boat right now and you haven't done it, you haven't had an online recital and you're thinking, can I really? Kate thinks you can. I think you can. You definitely can. And her idea is great, because it reflects her studio. So, by the way, if you are a member of VMT, we're releasing the full versions of these interviews so you can get more about Kate, about the others there, Janelle and Megan, and everyone else that I interviewed in their full version of their interview. Each one is only about 15-20 minutes. I kept them nice and snappy, but it's a great deep dive into each person's studio and what they're doing, and it's just wonderful to hear from everyone all over the world. It's great. So Kate's studio, she teaches not only piano, but harp and singing, and she teaches Irish. Yeah, I didn't pick her because of that. I had no idea before we jumped on the call that she's teaching the Irish language. I'm sure, obviously hers is better than mine because my Irish is terrible. But she didn't attempt to speak to me in Irish on the call, which was good because it wouldn't have gone well. But I love her attitude there, and I loved how she talked about the idea of a céilí, or I would call that a sesh, right, in Ireland, a session, where people just pile in and play for each other, and there's a bit of everything, and everyone sort of has their little showpiece, but it's all a community thing, and and you could totally do that on Zoom. Then we go back to Janelle, and I think it's just inspiring that she threw that together so fast. She just said, okay, this is what we're going to do, and we'll do it. And her note about how students love being able to re-record and re-record, and I thought it was funny that she mentioned that parents were like, okay, enough of that, because some parents will get a bit sick of it, and they need to draw the line, and that's fair enough. But it's great for some students to be able to embrace their perfectionist self and produce this video that is exactly the way that they want it, and I certainly found that too. And then back to Megan, Laurie was laughing in the chat. I agree, hilarious. The student recorded it on a rocking horse. That's just so funny, isn't it? And that's the kind of stuff that, it doesn't happen in a traditional recital, and that's a good thing. You shouldn't be trying to recreate what would have happened in person in your online recital. Right? So, super fun. We've loads more about online recitals on the channel here. I have a tutorial video which gives you 3 specific options. We also had a previous interview with Jennifer Fox about her online recital, so that's a great one to go back to as well if you're looking for inspiration there. But the rest of our clips today are not about performances or anything that formal. They're about other ways to keep students motivated and have some silly fun together. So our next one, I believe, ties in with the recital thing. It's a bonus that Dawn got out of her online lesson. So let's let Dawn take it from here.
I think the most fun parts in my usual lessons are the games, the improvisation, and playing together. So improvisation, we couldn't really do, I was recording my part, sending it to them, and then make them play it during the lesson. Playing together, luckily Piano Safari gave us all those MP3s for the teacher's accompaniment, and those worked miracles. My students are still using them when they practice at home.
Great.
So at least we had those, and I could listen to them, and they got some practice as well to play with an electronic track. So it's not like playing with the teacher is waiting for you. No, you have your count-in, the track is not going to wait for you, you have to be there, so you really have to practice your piece so you know it well enough to play it with the MP3. So that was good as well.
So I love that comment from Nan there about one of the things she loves about VMT community is that the whole world is involved. And we just went from the US with those 3 over to Malta, to Dawn. And I have to give Dawn a little plug here. So if you look up Trisha Dawn Williams on Facebook, especially if you're in one of the groups, you'll easily find her. Go look at her Facebook page. because she has been doing concerts during the pandemic, and going forward she's been doing concerts with her toy pianos, like the tiny little ones, and they're just awesome to watch. Like, she took them to these really interesting locations. They're amazing. She does incredible things. So she's a performer, and that's a big part of who she is. And she embraced the toy piano side of things during when she couldn't be in concert halls. So that's a great thing to check out. And also, when we do release her interview, I think that might be tomorrow, don't quote me on that. When it is up, at the end of it, after the sort of credits, after the VMT logo, I left in the part where she shows all her toy pianos in her studio, because she has so many of them and they're all over the place and they're so fun to look at. So definitely check that out. Now, what she was saying though is about backing tracks. And I love this because it's another thing that almost having online lessons gives you an excuse to force students into. Not in a mean way, but it's the truth, right? There are a few things, like checking out their home instrument, that we said before and we tried to get them to do and we tried to follow through with. But online lessons gave us this opportunity to really do it. And backing tracks are another great example of that. Because you have a reason to say, I can't play with you. And when we play a teacher duet with the student, we help them out a little bit, don't we? And that's fine. But they need that experience as well of just playing with something that will not adjust to them. Because if they're playing in a big group, they're not going to be able to have that experience where the other people all adjust to their sense of rhythm, right? So I love that from Dawn, because it's a huge benefit you can get out of online lessons. Our next thing to spice lessons up, I guess, is from Donna. So we're going down to Oz now. And yeah, I just think you're going to love this idea. I don't want to spoil the surprise because it's just so fun. So let's hear from Donna about what she's been doing on one of her theme weeks.
I guess you'd call them theme weeks. So we've done Dress Up the Teacher, which we've done that twice because they loved it so much. And that's where I have all this crazy dress up stuff. And I can just test them with either flashcards or questions or whatever. But basically for every answer they get correct, I have to put on a dress up thing. So there's been funny glasses and wigs and a flashing red nose. And so that was really fun. And it was a great way. I did that early on the first time when we first went online, and then did it again at the beginning of this term. So a great way to sort of start back after a break and remind them that we're still having lots of fun. And also great for me to see what things they remember and what we need to go over.
Isn't that fun? I hope some of you take up that idea. I just think it's so cool. I mean, Dress Up the Teacher is just fun. It's just great. Love, says Laurie. Absolutely, right? Love it. That's so good. And don't you love her hair too? It's amazing. I'm so jealous of that hair. I want it. I can't dye my hair because it all falls out, but I want that hair. Anyway, maybe I'll get a wig for my Dress Up the Teacher week. Kate said, so many great ideas. I'm inspired. Dress Up the Teacher from Donna is sheer genius. Right? That would fit in so well in your studio, Kate. It's awesome. We're going to go back to Janelle next, and then we're finishing off with Kate, actually. So we're going to go back to Janelle next for a fun idea that she's been doing in her studio over the summer. And this is a great one for bringing your community together, just like recitals do, just like a lot of things do.
The things that we're trying to do now is still keep that sense of community going. I did a little pocket piano teacher thing that I printed out emoji, and they took them, you can see in the picture.
Yeah.
She took them on vacation. And did lots of different things with them, and I had them either send me a picture of them doing that. Their parents could text me a picture or post it on social media and like tell me where I went over the summer. I'm rollerblading. I'm actually in her shoe down there.
Oh my gosh, I haven't seen that before. I've seen like a stuffed animal that like kids take home from school and they do something
Yeah,
in the weekend. It's like that idea, but it's you.
yeah, it's me. Okay. So this is my it's my little
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
one of those Bitmoji things. So I mailed those to them, and they're still. It was more for a summer thing, just to like we don't see as much over the summer and everything, and take me with you. And but it's going. It kept going now. One student, she came back. This is a couple weeks ago. She's like, do you have another one of those? I'm like, well, yeah. Did you lose me? And she's like, I think my dog ate you off the fridge. I'm like, oh, okay, great.
Isn't that so funny? I know some people might find that a bit disrespectful, eating a teacher off a fridge, but I love it. It shows how top of mind Janelle was all summer in her students' lives, right? And she was right there on the fridge, and they were thinking about her, and therefore they're thinking about piano. They're that little bit more likely to play. Some of you will have seen the silly thing. I don't think I have any left. No, I got rid of them all. That I did at the end of last year, where I got all my students to make an origami boat. I know several of you say in the chat are saying that you made all of the YouTube live chats last semester when we were doing 3 a week. So you will have seen that if you were there for those. We made a little origami boat, and the idea was that they would remember the experience and it would just drag them to the piano a little bit more often, so that they remember to come up with a surprise for me over the summer. And I'd say about 60% maybe of my students, maybe even 70%, I haven't looked at the numbers, remembered to come up with that surprise. And that is huge, honestly, because they have 2 months, they don't see me, most of my students don't see me for 2 months. And other stuff happens in the summer, and that's fine. I think it's fine if they go easy on practice. If they decide to take up a huge project themselves, that's great too. But I want them to just have a little taste of something piano related over the summer so that they don't slide. And that really helped with that. So the Bitmoji thing, that would do a similar thing, right? Where Janelle's sitting around their house. She's going on vacation with them, and therefore they're thinking about her and about piano. Our last little idea is back to Kate. And I wanted to finish with this one because some of you will be looking at this and you'll be saying, oh my god, all the things I want to do, all the things. I want to have an online recital, I want to do it this way, I want to do the Kaylee, I want to do this. And if you are feeling like that right now, let's all take a deep breath. And choose one of them. And if they all sound a bit too much for you right now, this last one from Kate, especially if you have been only just recently getting comfortable with online lessons, this will be a great little flavor that you can add to your lessons that really will make a difference.
Also, like the little ones, they absolutely are delighted by emojis. What can I say? They love it, so
Yep.
we often have like a little emoji exchange after every successful playthrough of a piece, and it's fabulous. They love that, and they love playing around with their backgrounds and stuff. And so the laughter is still there, like the playfulness. It's just new kinds, it's just adapting to a new kind of playfulness, but that's wonderful.
Don't you love that? There's no way I could have said that better, Kate. I think you're live. Adapting to a new kind of playfulness. So don't attempt to make it look like the old thing. Have emojis on the screen. Make it a new kind of playfulness and embrace it. Keep adding your ideas into the chat and your responses. Maybe one of those ideas that you're going to try. If you're going to try one of them out, I'd love to hear from you. We're going to, I love that from Joe, Silly Works. I had a new 6-year-old beginner who wouldn't speak, look at me, a set of starfish, whirlpool whales, and squid finger warm-ups. This is the 1-minute warm-up if you guys are not sure what she's talking about there. And he was leading the lesson. Love that. That's awesome, Joe. So, are we ready to play a game? Teachers need silliness too, guys. It's important for your mental health. Okay? Right. We're going to just do our little spinner to pick out the game. And then after that, we'll do our prize drawing. Okay, here we go. We have 3 colors left. peach, red, or orange? Who knows? Red! Okay, it's the red presents we're unwrapping today. Present, singular. Red present that we're unwrapping today. Are we ready? Are we ready for the red? Okay, let's do it. Oh, I know what this is. Sometimes I don't remember. I know what this one is, though. Anyone want to guess? There is no chance you are guessing this unless you are a supernatural genius. No chance. You just can't. Does your camera have x-ray vision? Otherwise, you're not getting it. But have a guess in any case, because this is one of my silliest moments, I have to say. Remember, this is a symbol to communicate some kind of game we're going to play. So try and guess what the symbol is going to be. Or what game we're going to play if you like. Maybe you have more of a chance of getting that. Okay. Here we go. You ready? Oh, that's not that bad, Nan. Well done. She said chopsticks. Here we go. It's a spoon. Why do I have a spoon? Now your chance is... Oh, that reflection looks amazing, doesn't it? Why do I have a spoon? Tell me. Someone who knows VMT well, someone who's up to date with the library might be able to guess why I have the spoon. What game are we going to play? Can you guess? It's a fun one. I'll give you some more hints. I've been playing this in all of my group workshops as we start back with those this September. I've also had my other teachers play it with all their brand new students. I don't have any brand new students this September, but those teachers have been playing it with their brand new students. Oh, technically I have one brand new, but she was in Mini Musicians. Good guess, Helen. You're on the right lines. But no. Does anyone know which game could be symbolized by a spoon? It's a VMT game. Who knows? Okay, I'm gonna have to tell you guys. You ready? Oh, Lori, that's it. What's it called though? Say it in Italian. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys. She might guess it before it comes through to you. This is the game. It is called Gelato. Thank you, Laurie. It is Gelato. And Claire and Nan, you all got it together. Right, we're going to do the spinner and you guys are going to do this along with me. You ready? Even if it's a movement-based one, I expect you to do it. I'm going to have to do it on screen. Okay, name 5 ice creams. 5 ice creams. Let's do it together. I bet we all name our favorites, and that way. Helen, you've been wanting to try it. It is so much fun. Honestly, the kids love this so much. It's really fun. I'm gonna put... Oh, no I'm not. This is the wrong camera. So that won't work. I'll just switch back and forth. So we've got 5 ice creams. Boysenberry. Chocolate, Moose Tracks, peanut butter chocolate, and pralines and cream. You guys have funny taste here. I'm guessing these aren't your favorites, but you're just trying to be interesting. You know, I did this with students the other day, and none of them said chocolate or vanilla. I got lemon and things like that. Okay, awesome. So you can see how much fun that is with students, because they get to name ice creams. Some of these are musical, by the way. The theme is cold things plus music. That's why it's called Gelato. So here's the next one. It's such a good icebreaker. I'm really proud of this one. It's super fun. Okay, favorite animal from the Arctic. By the way, I'm not too strict with this. People might be wondering. So I don't insist it's actually from the Arctic. A lot of them say penguins. And I kind of mutter, well, that's the Antarctic. And depending on their age, I don't have that conversation with them. If they're a bit older, I go, well, you're wrong. Okay, polar bear, Yeah, penguin, Antarctica, exactly. Arctic fox, a lot of them say that one. And the polar bear. And yeah, there's lots of really good ones. Okay, we'll have one more. You ready? And then we're going to do our prize drawing. And then we'll be done with day 3. Oh my gosh. It's ending so soon. Caribou's a good one, Christy. Name 5 pianists. Okay, by the way, in this game, there's name 5 composers and there's name 5 pianists. And I should say, by the way, while I'm on the page, because I'm going to go away from it now, that there is a paper version as well. So there's a physical spinner version. This is we're just playing the on-screen one. But here's my favorite trick for this. You guys might be able to think of what my favorite trick is. Normally they can think of like a couple of pianists or a couple of composers, especially if they're younger. They kind of go Mozart, Beethoven, and then they get a bit stuck if they're really young. And here's the trick. If they are getting stuck and you need things to keep moving, you say, well, last year you guys composed pieces, didn't you? So why don't we just add your names to the list? And then you can move on. It's a good trick, right? But if they're older, you can do favorite composers or composers you've played. That's a great way to do it, right? You can adapt this as you go. Everyone on here, exactly, Claire. Exactly my thinking. Marvin Blinkenstaff. Awesome. So, Nicola, I don't really consider myself a composer, but I have composed some things. So, for the purposes of this, and with students, I would always be happy to count myself as well. Oh, it was pianist. Why am I saying it was composer? Sorry, I mixed myself up. So yes, I definitely do count myself as a pianist. Fiona Apple, nice. Yeah, so you see they can name like anyone. I love Fiona Apple, by the way. Love her music. Okay, are we ready to do the prize drawing? Our 2 prize drawings? Just to remind you, in case you came in late, of what is up for grabs here. We have a choice of anything from our swag store. So if you win, you can choose one of the t-shirts, your size of course, choose any of them. They're pretty inclusive sizing, I did make sure of that. And they are unisex as well. Well, this one is, the scoop neck might not be considered unisex, but that's up to you. And then we have 3 mugs to choose from as well. So anything you want. Helen, yes, the spinner is on the page, on the VMT page. So you just pull up the VMT page, leave it open, and you can use it in your online lessons for gelato. Okay, are we ready? The first drawing is going to be for someone who has shared a success story on Facebook or Instagram. The one that's black over here is Instagram. It showed up different, so you can tell, but most of them were shared on Facebook, as I was saying earlier. Either or, both are up for grabs. So just use the hashtag #SuccessStorySpectacular if you want to be in the running tomorrow and the next day. You ready for today's drawing though? Here we go. Michelle Dupree. Michelle Dupree. She said, music was never the same again. I watched one of your videos, Nicola, how to enlighten students' lessons and make the kids excited to attend music lessons. I used some of your samples similar to digital badges. I think she means the challenge stickers there, if anyone's wondering. At the end of a phrase or piece, I show a sticker or video. Oh my god, oh my kids can't wait to see which video I will show them. I had some technical problems and sadly could not share my sticker. And one of my students shared her screen. You are the best teacher. I was in tears, happy tears of joy. So thank you so much for sharing that story, Michelle. And if you're watching this, you can let us know which prize you would like from the swag store. Otherwise, we'll be in touch very shortly with Michelle to let her know that she's the winner. And then we're going to have one more new winner. I keep going the wrong way with my mouse today, guys. There we go. We're going to have one more new winner. Are we ready? First of all, let's have some pom-poms for Michelle. Congratulations for Michelle! Not just for winning her VMT prize, but also for having those great successes with students, right? Keeping things fun, having some fun with them, and celebrating their successes and helping kids learn music, right? That's what we're all here for. Okay. Now, Kelly, I love that. Somehow missed gelato on the site, so I looked up the page. Now I know what I'm doing today. Yeah, it's such a fun one. Barbara, we do not have kids' sizes for the t-shirts yet anyway. Everything I feel has to be personally tested by me, so it will take a while for different variants and things to come through. And we decided to launch with just a little capsule collection, so that's what's there for now. But that might be an area we get into in the future, for sure. There's also some fun other designs that maybe will come up in the pipeline. But I think you'll agree that the ones that are there for now are super fun. Oh yeah, the pom-poms, right. So pom-poms, everyone that's talking about them. That's a long time, almost, 3 years now, tradition in my studio for concerts where the kids have them in the audience, and I of course did them in our online recital as well. I used the pom-poms, so that was super fun, and it's a great thing to add. Just, it's eye-catching, right? Especially if your camera shifts like that. In focus. Okay, ready for our last winner of today. Here we go. So I wish you see, I could show you guys, but it would be a bit awkward, so I'm not going to. We're just going to do a random scroll. Oh, I meant to look up some, I should have some, it's a bit late now. Anyway, like some music, like, you can imagine it, right? Where it's like, dun, da, 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 or something. Like some plinky plonky glockenspiel stuff. Okay, here we go. I'm stopping here. Joanna. You still alive, Joanna? You are our winner today. And this is the comment we shared earlier, which is awesome. That happened yesterday as well, but it doesn't have to be that way. I'm just picking slightly longer comments at random. So Joanna, you're a winner for today. Let me know what you want. You need to email us support@vibrantmusicteaching.com or email me directly if you already have my email set up. And Joanna, let me know what you want from the swag store and we'll get it over to you. Okay? So, let's have one more pom-pom wave for Joanna. You ready? You guys can tell me if these sounds are annoying, by the way. It sounds quite nice, the rustling over here, but sometimes things are picked up funny by a mic, so do let me know. Okay, congratulations to all the winners. I agree. Thank you for congratulating everyone else who's chiming in. I hope you enjoyed today's fabulous spectacular. Make sure to share your success stories so we can all celebrate you, whether you win a prize or not. It's about stopping and going, gosh, some things are going right. Yeah, that's what this is all about. So we'll be back here at the same time tomorrow and Friday, and then it'll be over. Oh my gosh, but we still got 2 days left, okay? So 2 days more awesome birthday goodness. I hope you can join me then. Until then, have a fabulous rest of your day or evening, and I'll chat to you tomorrow. Bye, guys.